I just watched the Blue Beetle movie and I loved it.
They don't get out much.
But aside from that, the movie also gives us an understanding of when and where it is taking place and what might be the future of the franchise. Is the movie taking place in the DCEU or James Gunn DCU? If it is in DCEU, is it after Flash? And if it is in the DCU, then when is the movie taking place? The start, mid, or end of the universe? We will discuss all these questions and you will have a better understanding of the future of DC Studios after this video.
Okay, it's gonna be okay!
Let's start off with the main question that everybody has on their minds. Which universe or timeline is the movie taking place? The film's director Angel Manuel Soto spoke in an interview very clearly stating that Blue Beetle is set to be part of Gunn's and Safran's vision for the DCU. We are part of the universe, we are part of the world, we are part of the plans that they have been creating for the future installments of the DCU, but we are not tied to all the films from the past. Yes, our movie lives in the world where superheroes exist, but that doesn't mean that a certain event or certain alliance or certain things from the past dictate where our film is going. While no other DC superheroes appeared in the film, there were a few references to other DC superheroes, though none that would directly tie it to the sinking DCU ship. At first, James Gunn did say that the movie is not part of his universe, but later on he tweeted this. At the Blue Beetle screening with my partner Peter Safran, I can't wait for audiences to meet Jamie Reyes, who will be an amazing part of the DCU going forward. Now from these conclusions, what I personally think is that the movie is placed in the James Gunn DCU, which brings us to the next question, that when is the movie taking place in, which will further explain why the movie is in James Gunn's universe.
Wait, no, no!
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Oh. What is going on?
In the movie, when Jenny takes Jamie and Rudy to her father's Blue Beetle lair, Rudy is shocked to find out that Ted Kord, Jenny's father, was Blue Beetle. And then Rudy explains that Blue Beetle was a superhero that fought crime but then mysteriously disappeared.
Ted Kord was Blue Beetle? Wow! The hell was Blue Beetle? Oh, you were a kid. I met a superhero like Superman in Metropolis or Flash in Central City.
Ted Kord was a superhero when Jamie was a child and disappeared. Now this indicates that the movie might be taking place in the mid or the last of the first part of the DCU, and there are two reasons for that. First is that Superman Legacy might be taking place in the past and maybe even before the 21st century. Gunn has said that he wants to create a very different look at superheroes in his new DCU. The 90s was a time when superhero comics were becoming more dark and violent, and Gunn has said that he is interested in exploring that side of the genre. Gunn has mentioned the Wildstorm comics in his discussions about the new DCU, which was known for its more mature and realistic take on superheroes. The 90s was a golden age for Wildstorm comics, and it is possible that Gunn is planning to set some of his new DCU projects in that era. The second reason is Booster Gold. We all know that a series for Booster Gold is also included in the new DCU. Anyone who knows the comics knows that Booster Gold and Ted Kord's Blue Beetle were BFFs. In the mid-credit scene, it is shown that Ted Kord's message has been played on the computer of the Blue Beetle lair.
The message says that, "Tell Jenny that Ted Kord is alive." So how does Booster Gold fit in? Booster Gold is a time traveler from the future, and it could be that Ted Kord and Booster Gold were on some mission and got trapped there. This could also involve the nemesis of the Blue Beetle, called the Reach, an alien advanced life form who created the Scarabs and send them to worlds to destroy them, but luckily this didn't happen with Earth's Scarab. Another Easter egg in the mid-credits were Oreo biscuits that were placed on the desk of the Blue Beetle lair. This was later confirmed by the director that this is a tease to Martian Manhunter, who is obsessed with Oreos as shown in the comics. Martian Manhunter is also a great friend of Booster Gold, and in the comics it is shown that Booster several times bribed Martian to getting a work done. This could mean that we might get to see Ted Kord and maybe even Martian Manhunter in the Booster Gold series. Okay guys, this is my take on the scenario. What do you guys think? Tell in the comments below.